Hey guys, I'm Aussie Expat and you're watching the Aussie Expat Watch channel, and today we're talking about scratches.
Just kill no discretion, your mind is a weapon. 11-11, it's time for progression. Could try to play it, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands.
So today I'm wearing the first luxury watch I ever got, and that's the Submariner. And in the first few days and weeks of getting the Submariner, I collected quite a lot of scratches in those first few weeks, as I was like hyper attentive. It was the most expensive thing I'd ever bought for myself. And I think your experience is probably going to be the same with your first watch, or was, or will be. I discovered that basically I was keeping like a pocket knife in my left pocket, and even though I didn't notice clanging against it, clearly that's where a lot of my clasp damage was being collected from. I picked up a few other tricks, like putting vinyl on my MacBook, which is, an aluminum case. But suffice to say, I've put other damage onto the watch. It's my most worn watch. For example, I actually managed to scratch the sapphire somehow. I suspect this is probably at a dining table or something, like a marble dining table. Inevitably, all watches are going to collect scratches. They are worn on your wrist, on your person, and you're going to hit things. So I've long looked at forum posts of people who've decided to refinish their watches or how to protect them and so forth. And ultimately, I don't prescribe to just saying, be damned with it, just scratch it up as much as you possibly can, or, really don't care. You are allowed to feel what you feel when you collect a new scratch. I mean, no one says getting scratches on your car is a good thing, but hopefully over time you get less invested in it. And ultimately, once you've sort of scratched it the first time, it's no longer minty, you accept that, you can have more fun with it. I wear this one in places I wouldn't wear some of my other watches that are more minty. It allows me to form more memories with it and enjoy it more. Now, when it comes time to service, you always have the option of refinishing, and that's a real question. Now, a lot of people say a lot of refinishing now can be a lot better, as in it can be as close to factory and it can look really, really good. And I think I've seen examples of that happening, but usually not with RSC, so Rolex service. I've seen it really tasteful refinishes from, Rollyworks and, third parties basically, who are there for a reason to pay attention to customers' desires. And I've certainly seen a lot of cases of RSC really, really screwing things up. And as a collector, when I see pre-owned watches and I see that they are, very rounded off on the corners, I don't want to buy it. I don't really care. To me, that's effectively a damaged example, more damage than if it was actually, had scratches on it. So a really bad polish job is much worse than a really scratched up watch, in my opinion. And I think for a lot of people, the real question is like, would they ever refinish their watch? And a lot think they will, a lot think they won't. And I think ultimately, who you are, the kind of person that would pay attention to, say, the scratches on your watch, you're also the kind of person who would really lament a bad polishing job. And on the flip side, if you don't care about your scratches, you probably don't care about a refinish. So for the two types of people who have to consider this, there's really only one option. Don't do it, don't refinish it, live with the scratches. In both cases, you simply cannot regret your decision. Now, there is the case where someone can be very, very happy with the outcome, but usually these people have refinished watches that weren't originally theirs, that the scratches weren't theirs to own and live with for a long period of time. It might be, say, a new vintage, new to them, a vintage watch that they're refinishing, and they get effectively a new watch for them to start putting new scratches on. All right, those are my thoughts. Until next time, see you around.
Just kill no discretion, your mind is a weapon. 11-11, it's time for progression. Could try to play it, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands.